Good morning. Welcome again to Morning Devotions, and thank you again for our time together. As we start this week, forgive me, I'm going to make some of you very angry with me today, but don't shoot the messenger. Let's look at one of those passages that deal with immigration that we don't like to deal with. Let me start with verse 24 of Acts chapter 17. The God who made the world and everything in it is the Lord of heaven and earth, and he does not live in temples built by hands. And he is not served by human hands as if he needed anything, because he himself gives all men life and breath and everything else. From one man he made every nation of men, that they should inhabit the whole earth. And he determined the times set for them, and the exact places where they should live. God did this so that men would seek him and perhaps reach out and find him, though he is not far from each of us. Now, I would like you to notice the wisdom of God. God said, I chose the exact time for your birth, and I chose the place where you were to live. And I did that so that you might seek me. I did that, he said, so that you would seek me and reach out for me. He knew the environment. He knew the spiritual environment that we would reach out for him in. So he chose the exact time and the place, the city, the town, everything for us to be born into. I oftentimes talk to people and say, why are you so quick to want to move someplace else? Why are you so quick, forgive me, to immigrate? Now, yes, we see in the Bible immigration for the sake of the gospel. Yes, I understand that. I'm an immigrant. I'm a permanent immigrant in the Philippines, but I came for the sake of the gospel. But I see so many families today, they move their families to the West, they move their families to Europe, they move their families to Australia, and their children, forgive me, go to the devil. And I'm not talking about bad people. I'm not talking about sinful people. I'm talking about good men and good women, good parents, good fathers, good mothers, but their children go to the devil. And they look at me and they say, Pastor, how did this happen? And now I don't even begin to have all the answers, but I do have a part of the answer. We need to really sit down and ask ourselves the question. Can we trust the wisdom of God that he chose the exact day for us to be born, the exact season of this world that we would live our lives and die in, and the exact location for us to be born, knowing exactly what we would go through that would cause us to reach out and seek for him? And if we take our children out of that environment, are they going to reach out and seek him? He didn't choose for them to be born there. He chose for them to be born someplace else. He chose a different environment that he knew in this environment, knowing their hearts, this is where they would seek for me. Now, I don't want to put any condemnation on anybody, and I don't want anybody to feel bad. But sometimes I think we need to look around, and as Pinoys, we need to ask ourselves, why are we in such a rush to immigrate? Why are we in such a rush to go someplace else? God has given us, forgive me, and I do not believe in any way I overstate this, the freest Christian nation in the world to live in. There's no other nation in the world where Christianity has the freedom that we have here in the Philippines. Our economy is booming. There's plenty of work. I would challenge each of you. I would think once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, and I would really pray and ask God and really listen to God and not just stop up your ears and be like Balaam, and if you don't get the answer you want, you keep asking God to change his mind. I would really back up and listen to God about the question of immigration. Go back and study this passage. Did God really choose this time and location for me to be born? Then maybe I should stay here in Jesus' name.